The lovely Cedar Gables Inn in Napa was once again the host to the Napa Valley Baking Club. This time, our speaker was the Queen of Cakes herself, Rose Levy Beranbaum, and we were baking out of her new book, Rose's Heavenly Cakes. Innkeeper and Baking Club co-founder Susie Pope got the biggest kudos for her rendition of Rose's Grand Marnier wedding cake. But all of the desserts were wonderful, and it's such a pleasure to be at the inn with nothing to do but talk baking. Okay, and what is that?
That is the chocolate apricot roll with lacquer glaze.
And boy, was it good. And here comes Rose down from her room, but let's listen in as Ken Pope shows Rose and her assistant Woody the inn's photo gallery.
A Russian family came in, and they were staying with us for a couple of days. And they grabbed two of the guitars down there, and they started singing Russian folk songs. Oh, it was delightful. It was delightful. And this is from our gingerbread house contest we do every year.
Then it was time to cut up the desserts and get ready for the main event with Rose around the dining room table for a question and answer session. They were all so delicious and so beautiful in their little cups.
I just want to introduce you all to Rose. I call her the Cake Bible Queen, but I mean now we're doing heaven. So anyway, so Rose has 9 cookbooks out, just so you guys know. Wow. This is number 9.
It's like a miracle.
Prodigy.
Book a year.
This is Rose. She's here from New York. So yes, please welcome her. And we're going to start with the first. Okay, Alyssa's cake. So Alyssa,
She made us laugh when she said cake flour is passive-aggressive. She said it's softer, tender, with a strong flavor and crumb due to the low pH level. She also told us that bleached all-purpose flour has the best flavor.
because you know gluten-free, a lot of people use potato starch to help with the structure of their baked goods because they're not getting that now because they don't have that wheat
That's
flour.
what one of the Baker's Dozen members said the other day. She's from Israel, and for the Passover cakes, she doesn't like the matzah, so she uses potato flour. And she made a genoise with 100% potato starch.
Oh, really? Wow.
And she said it was great. I mean,
This cake, you guys, is because I have that pan. And I was so excited because I gotta tell, kudos to you for having a lot of different shapes.
yeah.
That's one thing I enjoyed with, you had that stadium one and you know the bundt pans that have the, I was really excited when I saw this. And my husband was happy too because it's been sitting.
Because what happens is that you need, I'll never forget how Shirley, I love the way Shirley describes this. She said, picture somebody who's in a barrel and they're trying to crawl out and the barrel sides are here and they can have the strength to get out, but the barrel sides are further away, they have to be stronger. And it's the same thing with a deep pan. The cake structure has to be stronger. What leavening is doing is it doesn't create new bubbles, it opens up the bubbles, makes them larger, but in doing that, the structure of the cake gets weaker and weaker, and finally it breaks through completely, and then you hope that
Kevin Pope tells a funny story about his project, the Sicilian pistachio cake.
And I'm thinking, this is just not right. But okay, I stick it up on the stove, grab the cooling rack. I bring it over the cooling rack and I see in the food processor the sugar and the pistachios. And I think, oh, well, I'm glad that I made this the day before because I have another day to make another cake.
I got from Japan. And the secret of that glaze is gelatin, as you were saying. It's simple, and I think it's totally sounding.
This was so much fun. I loved it. I love making roulades, and I don't do it very often. And I thought rolling the cake while it was still warm was brilliant. Yes. It was because I made the cake part.
It sure came out perfectly.
The what?
Beautiful roll.
Thank you. But I made the cake yesterday, and then I finished it this morning. But I made it yesterday, rolled it up, and then wrapped it in the towel and everything overnight. So when I made the glaze for the top, I was worried that she told me too much cocoa powder because it was like 2/3 of a cup, and it seemed like so much, and it was thick. But then once I put the gelatin in, it just kind of it was the coolest thing. Yeah, it just kind
That
of
glaze is so exciting.
it's great. It's really
Rest for 5 or 6 hours and let the sugar macerate into the cake and whatnot.
Then Rose and Woody were kind enough to sign every one of the many books that had been brought, and it was time to say goodbye. It's such a treat to be in this lovely location with these many wonderful bakers. So it's goodbye to Susie and Ken, goodbye to that incredible kitchen, but we'll be back soon at the end for the next session of Bake Napa Valley.